I'm pathetically sitting in the back seat, you know, thinking...
driving?
In an airliner, thinking, OK, he's going full throttle.
So you'd rather be in control?
No, I'm thinking, oh, what speed are we at? Now he's rotating, you know, all of this. I am the nerd.
Do you think... I think people, we would be... Because I'm quite a nervous flyer. Yeah. I go, but I don't really like it. I think we'd all be less nervous if we knew what all the sounds were.
Yeah, I think you would, because I was filming with some boys from This Morning last week. And Aaron, one of the researchers, was in the back seat, and he said, I'm really frightened of flying, I'm not really comfortable about this. So we had a little chat about it, and I said, well, if we take off and you're not happy, I'll just come back in and we'll land, and you can get out and Ollie can stay. And anyway, I took them all around, down across the Severn Bridge and down the Severn Estuary. It was a beautiful day. It was an absolutely stunning, perfect flying day. And came in, and when he got out, he said, I think you've cured me. Yeah, I think you've actually cured me. I think when you know a little bit more about what's going on, like you say, you know, I think you do get more comfortable.
Well, you said there you've racked up hundreds of hours since we did that solo flight live here on This Morning. And we've read that you're going to do this round-the-world trip. So is that still on? When's it happening?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. But there's an awful lot of training to do. So I'm still a baby pilot, obviously. And I've got to get now to what's called an instrument rating, which means you're safe to fly in cloud. Because when you fly in cloud, you learn with a hood on, like that. You can't see anything outside. Because when you're in cloud, you can't see anything.
Surely that is scary, right?
It is. That is scary, because you fly on your instruments.
No way.
So then there are all these different procedures you have to learn at various points. If you're coming into land at certain airfields, you have to be at this point, this height, that, and you have to literally steer.
So are you doing it on the ground with a hood on, so you can't see, or are you in the air with the hood on?
In the air with a hood on. Yeah.
And
it's quite that, and that leads up to what's called an instrument rating. So hopefully we'll get that sort of April time, because obviously I'm working as well. It's not a full-time job. So and then next summer I've got to practice flying across to Europe. So all my buddies, I'm starting to nag, will you come with me? You know, I'll take you to, you know, wherever, Austria or Germany. Nagging Gok this morning.
Well, you keep saying to Ellen you'll fly him up to Manchester.
No, I
He moans about that journey all the time to you.
You can literally pop to the south of France for lunch, can't you?
Literally. And I'll have my plane that I'm going to fly around the world in by then, so, which is beautiful.
So you want upgrading then from the plane you've got now?
I'm upgrading to what's called a twin-engine plane, so it's got 2 engines.
Is that safer?
So it is safer, because if one engine goes, obviously you can carry on flying, whereas if you're in a single-engine plane, if that engine goes, you have to land.
So why did you want to do this solo trip around the world?
Because if I could live my life again, and I was a young woman now, I'd be able to join the RAF and become a fast jet pilot, but I'm too old for that now, and people who'd be far better at it than me. So, but I love a challenge, and I want to fly around. It's going to be for charity, and hopefully it'll be after next year's Pride of Britain, which I think is October, November time. And then I'll fly around and take as long as I like and have this fantastic adventure.
And I actually think there's a really good message here, which is you are never too old to do anything that you want. Look, 53 isn't old, but there aren't many 53-year-olds thinking...
I'm glad you said
that. I made sure I mentioned that.
Sitting between 2 53-year-old women, or 54 in my case.
But the point is, there aren't many 53-year-old women or men who are thinking, I might fly around the world next year.
No, I think you feel like that, though, Ruth, don't you?
Probably not to fly around the world.
No, not to fly around the world, but everybody has their thing that... I think as your children get a little bit older, and my Katie now is 22, who is in the University Air Squadron at Cambridge. She's just getting her master's in physics now.